What's up, y'all? You know I'm back at it as usual. Today's topic is Supacolor. We don't see you pressing Supacolor anymore. Are you not with Supacolor? Are you with Supacolor? Is something wrong with Supacolor? Is there something better than Supacolor? Let me answer that for you right now. Nothing is wrong with Supacolor at all whatsoever. I do still press Supacolor. Not as heavy as I used to, only because no other reason other than I have been pushing my sublimation paper really hard. So my focus has been that. And I'm not pressing orders for the amount of people that I used to. What I've learned to do with that, I'll be completely honest with that, is I have learned to stop taking every small order that kept me super crazy busy. It was overwhelming me because they were tiny and they weren't paying anything. So now I take a few orders a week that pay way more, and they double what I did in small orders. That's why you don't see me talking about Supacolor as much. But I do still use Supacolor, and today I'm going to use Supacolor. Another reason to that too is there are other methods. You don't just have to be stuck to one company, one method. I love Supacolor. That's my family. But, you know, I have to go way back to the beginning of DTF. People are probably tired of hearing me say it, but I've been using DTF heavily since 2019. Came across it very early on, before it got to where it's at today. And so I am very big on DTF. If it's done correctly, there are only a couple, and when I say a couple, I mean a couple of people that I would ever trust to get DTF transfers from, because they've been at it just as long. They know exactly what they're doing. And of course, sublimation. I do have some vinyl stuff that I'm doing, but that's the only reason you don't see me pushing and pumping Supacolor as much. But I will always use Supacolor. I will always promote and push them, and I will always recommend them to anybody. With that being said, I'm gonna press a couple Supacolor pieces right now. Did I just rap? With that being said, I'm gonna press a couple Supacolor pieces right now. What? Try to say that fast. I bet you can't, because I know I can't. Let's go. So we're gonna press two different designs that I got from Supacolor, both my artwork. Both special to me. One of them is Mount Shirt More. I tried to release it a little while back. Didn't go as planned, but I am sending it to a few people here and there who want them. So if you want one after seeing this, DM me somehow. We'll arrange for you to get one. It's called Mount Shirt More, and these were the 4 people that I put on my Mount Shirt More, who are my close friends, who I felt inspired my career and who have allowed me to learn from them, be close to them, and to grow with them, right? And another one is a piece that I that I designed for myself called Let's Pray. And you'll see those pieces right now. Let's get to it. All right, so you can see me and the artwork. This is Let's Pray. I don't know. I just think of weird things that I like, right? And then I hope that they resonate with people. This is available on my site, which is iwearliquid.com. And now this piece over here is special to me. As you can see, Mount Shirt More from Supacolor, but this is Mount Shirt More. And these are my guys, these are my buddies, you know, and I'm sure you guys have watched their YouTube channels and have learned from them as well. Of course, that's the homie Stan, Big Brando, Rich, Hustle Ninjas, and my boy A-Dub. Those 2 pieces right there are going to my boy Greg, and you can find him on IG under the art department. He's doing his thing. Make sure that you're supporting his growth right now. He is up and coming, and does some great stuff. And then I'm gonna send Stan a couple, but let's go ahead and press them. That's what it's about, right? You'll see why we fell in love with Supacolor in the first place and why I do still use them. It's all about being able to get things done pretty quick, and the fact that these are a hot pill works for me every single time. I'm a guy about saving as much time as I possibly can, and they allow me to do that. This is what Supacolor will allow you to do, is these hot pills are amazing. So let's go ahead and press them. Here are my settings for that. My recommended settings. I mean, I think it's theirs too, but these are the settings I keep my Supacolor transfers on. 325, 16 seconds, medium pressure. All right, so we're using one of my favorite brands right now. This is a Toltex. Toltex is one of my favorite brands. I got a couple of them. This is the brand that I use for all of my own stuff, my own merch, my own line. We're gonna go ahead and drop that bad boy on there. Hey, Ty, you might hear the Daily Gardener outside. I do apologize if you hear his, but I can't do anything about that. And right now is the perfect time to film for me because it's early morning, and we've been getting up to like 115, 117. Today is supposed to be 110 outside, So I'm trying to knock this out super early. Some content and then some work I gotta press. Right, so drop that guy on there. Take this off right quick, right quick. I do this with all of my shirts that are dark colors. Sometimes I'll do it to the whites, but specifically these dark colors, I want to always grab my lint roller and take off as much of this fuzz as I possibly can. I will also pre-press it for a few seconds to get any moisture out of the shirt before I add any transfer to it or press any transfer to it. There we go. I do have a handy dandy ruler, a handy dandy t-shirt ruler that I use. Not that I can't get it straight. I can definitely eye it, but sometimes I don't feel like it. First one I'm gonna press is the Let's Pray. If you have been in the game for a long time, none of this may be valuable to you, but for those that are trying to get into the game, still learning how to press, this will be good for you. A lot of folks have a rule. They go 4 fingers down from the collar. You can do that. Or you can go 3 fingers down. It depends on the design to me. So on this one, I am going to go 4 fingers down. So I know it lines up. It's centered for me. One of the beautiful things I love about Let me show you this really quick. Let me bring the camera close really fast so you can see what I'm talking about. Let me show you really quick. Let me zoom out. I love this about Supacolor's transfers. I know I'm going to get it centered. I know my image will be centered. Based off the fact, for me, right, is that I have gotten transfers where my image is so far off to the left of whatever or to the right, so I have to scoop the whole entire sheet over, right? Some of it might hang off the edge just for me to get the image right in the center. Supacolor doesn't do that. I've never had to worry about that. So I know that I'm going to have the same amount of space on this side of my image that I will over here. So I know when I'm lining it up center, if that makes sense to you, it's going to be right as soon as I'm done pressing the shirt. So you never have to worry or question whether or not your image is centered on the transfer, because Supacolor is guaranteed to have it centered almost every single time. I love that about them. All right, let's get back to it. I also prefer, and I recommend, use a piece of parchment paper over the top of your transfer. That way your transfer doesn't stick to the top part of your heat press, your platen. I know plenty of guys, I used to do the same thing as well. I got away from it. I don't know why, but they'll have their Teflon sheet, or they have like this little skirt or whatever type thing that's already attached to the top of your platen. I don't do that anymore. I got away from it. Like I said, I prefer this method, but to each their own. This works for me. 325, 16 seconds, 15 seconds, whatever, right? Medium pressure, hot pill. Check this out. With these, now that I'm in here doing it, when I pill, I want to pill at an angle, right? And I want to stay low when I'm peeling it off. And it has to be quick, or that image is going to get stuck on that transfer. Watch. I'm going to take a corner. Look. Bam. Nothing stuck. Easy as that, right? I prefer to press it just a couple more seconds to make sure I'm sealing that image in. It doesn't matter if it's Supacolor, DTF, Transfer Express, doesn't matter who it comes from. I just do this no matter what, right? Go. Take that guy off for you and show you. Just like that, you got a quality transfer. Makes that shirt look amazing, right? I'll bring you in closer so you can see the detail. And there it is, right? Great, great, great detail. Great detail. All right, now that we've pressed that one, we're gonna move over to the Mount Shirtmore shirt I was talking about with my guys. This is on Supacolor's gang sheet. They offer a gang sheet of it's the size of 11.7 by 16.5. Some might think it's too small. They're tripping. Perfect enough size to make some serious money. Take, for example, I got 10 sheets for them, right? Give or take, let's say these sheets cost me 10 bucks a sheet. Now hold on before you think it's too expensive, right? So I know that I can cram this sheet up with as much as I possibly can. These images are 11.5 by 8. I was only able to put 2 of them on each sheet. Let's say I paid $100, right? I turn around and sell each shirt for $25 minus the $100 that I invested to get the transfers. I just made a profit of $150, right? So that's not bad at all. That's with 10 sheets and 2 of these images on there. Now imagine, let's take the sheet before that. All right, here's the image that I just pressed. That's on a gang sheet also. You see I was able to stick one of those on a gang sheet, but I also put 3 either pocket hits or 3 images that I can stick on hats, right? I got 30 hat hits. So I got 30 hat hits or pocket hits, right? I'm gonna turn around and sell my hat for probably about $15, maybe a couple bucks more. So I've definitely made some cash back in return. I've got 10 shirts. I've got 10 of these. I'm gonna sell those for $25, right? So you see, you can make some money on Supacolor's gang sheets. We'll do a whole nother video on that as I'm designing a sheet, and we'll break down some totals. But for right now, I'm just showing you how to press these and whatever information I can give you while I'm doing so. But let's go ahead and cut this in half, press us a couple shirts, and keep this thing moving. You know what, while we're here, we might as well press it on this hat to show you how simple that is on these hats as well. Get my parchment paper. I've got the image lined up already. 3:25, 15 seconds, same thing. Here we go. Here we go. Bam. Watch how simple this is when it comes off. Here we go. Watch this. Take that corner. Bam. There it is. Now you got a hat as well. This will come off. That's just a quick little heat mark. But again, that's how easy it is to press a hat using Supacolor transfers also. All right, let's go ahead and grab the other shirt that I'm gonna put this on. We're gonna put that mouse shirt more on something. And I wanna say this, if you by any chance come across anybody on YouTube or whatever, talking about that Supacolor, that these are just vinyl and whatever, Supacolor is not vinyl transfers at all whatsoever. Some people just say stuff to say stuff and don't even be knowing what they're talking about. But it's definitely not vinyl. I've even heard some people out there. It's kind of funny to me. And look, and I'm not being biased because I've been with Supacolor for a few years. I always speak facts, right? I'm super transparent. If they were caca, if their business was garbage, you know, then I wouldn't be using them in the first place, and I'd be telling you not to do the same thing based off of facts. Right, so when I'm speaking, I'm only speaking facts. But I heard there was another guy somewhere, I can't remember his name, but he was saying that Supacolor never offered a gang sheet until they did it first and blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you and let me assure you that that's not the case at all whatsoever. I know firsthand that Supacolor had a gang sheet for a while. They just hadn't released it yet. And when they released it, it was based off of people, yeah, people were asking, of course. Right? But please don't sit back and think that they didn't already have it set up to go, you know? But they, you know, at the same time, the more that people ask, it's kind of this assurance that, okay, cool, if we go ahead and offer that, it's really going to do well. So have you maybe thought that maybe Supacolor was sitting back waiting to see how much traction they would gain by saying that they may offer it and then they dropped it as a surprise? Come on, man, it's marketing, right? But let me assure you one more time, they didn't do a gang sheet based off of anybody on YouTube doing a gang sheet first. A DTF gang sheet at that. Let's go ahead and press this really quick. As you saw, I had my lint roller, like I always do. My handy dandy shirt roller, excuse me. Go ahead and grab our transfer right quick. My son's out there somewhere on the floor rolling around behind me, desperate to make some noise, desperate to get on here. I'm like, man, son, can I have one video that I do without you in the background? So if you hear him, I'm sorry, but that's just what you get when you watch my content. Parchment paper again over the top of that. 3:25, 15 or 16 seconds is my preference. Medium pressure, and watch the quick peel. Again, I'm gonna go from the side, super fast, right? Don't sit there and try to pull up, go across it. That's the smoothest method in order to get this peel to work for you. Watch what I tell you. Grab that corner and go like that. I always press the second time just out of habit to make sure I'm sealing it in, right? And take that thing off for you. there you have it. Bam. Bam, Mount Shirtmore. Look at those guys. That's your Mount Shirtmore. This is not vinyl. Yes, it stretches. It has all that stretchability. The washability is great. Don't let these people spook you. Don't let them lie to you. But that is the Mount Shirtmore shirt. And I love it. I think I did a great job with that. We're gonna go ahead and package that up, send it off to my boy Greg. If you would like any of these shirts, the Let's Pray will be on my website, which is iwearliquid.com. The Mount Shirtmores, I may put them up there. I don't want to sell them though. I don't want to make money off my friends. But if you would like one, DM me. You can pay for shipping, the handling part of it, and I'll get one out to you. But I'm not trying to sell and make money off my friends' faces. And guys, that's all I wanted to show you today. Wasn't some crazy process of how I do this or do that, but just a little bit of Supacolor conversation, right? So I do still use them. They are not the only company that I use, but they are family. They're like family to me. You know, when you become my friend, you're pretty much my family. So I recommend them, and I highly recommend them to anybody. But if you're looking for high quality, great transfers, and you don't like DTF, or you don't like the eye color transfers, or you don't like sublimation, this is an option. If you're not using DTF, there'll always be an option. I won't talk about people that I don't use. That's not my thing. I'll drop a link down at the bottom directly to Supacolor. So with that being said, good people, I love y'all. I love y'all very much. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for helping my channel grow, my pages grow. We're on this journey together. No one said it's going to be perfect. No one said it's going to be easy, but we're still here with each other. I appreciate you guys. As you guys know, I can totally invest in all the lighting and the fancy stuff, and I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to stick to what I've been doing from the get-go. That's out of my bedroom, out of my home. If we move into an office, we move into an office, but I prefer this. I feel like we're closer, right? You know, we each have a way of doing things, our own vibe. This is mine. So if you're riding with me, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can, follow what I'm doing going forward. My Instagram links are below, my TikToks, all that stuff, so we can stay in contact with each other. And I want to know what you're doing too. So link me to your pages. I want to follow you. I want to support you, and I want to see how you do stuff, because I'm still learning too. I'm a sponge. I'm trying to take in all information I possibly can. So I'd love to learn from you as well. Thank you for watching. On that note, I'm out.